Hey, could you or a loved one be showing early signs of dementia?
Dementia is a general term for loss of memory and other mental abilities severe enough to interfere with daily life. It's often associated with older adults, but it's not a normal part of aging.
Here are 6 warning signs you need to know.
Early detection of dementia is crucial for several reasons. It allows for earlier intervention with medication and therapies, which can help manage symptoms and slow down the progression of the disease. Early diagnosis also provides more time for individuals and their families to plan for the future, make necessary legal and financial arrangements, and access support services.
Let's dive into those signs you need to look out for.
Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there? We've all experienced moments of forgetfulness, and it's usually nothing to worry about. However, when memory lapses become more frequent and start interfering with daily life, it could be an early sign of dementia. Imagine this: you're having a conversation with a loved one, and they repeat the same story multiple times, completely unaware that they've already told you.
Or they forget important appointments, events, or even the names of close friends and family members. These aren't just senior moments. They could be red flags.
If you notice a persistent pattern of memory loss in yourself or someone you love, don't ignore it. It's essential to consult a healthcare professional for a proper diagnosis.
We all have our routines and tasks we perform almost automatically.
But what happens when these familiar activities become challenging or even impossible to complete? This is another early sign of dementia that often goes unnoticed. Imagine this: your mom, who used to whip up delicious meals without a second thought, now struggles to follow a simple recipe.
Dad, who always handled the finances, is suddenly making unusual banking errors. These changes in their ability to perform familiar tasks can be subtle at first, but they shouldn't be ignored.
It's not just about forgetting how to do something. It's about the brain's ability to plan, organize, and execute these tasks becoming impaired. If you notice a loved one struggling with activities they used to handle with ease, it's time to seek medical advice.
Communication is key in our relationships,
but what happens when the words we need get lost in translation?
Problems with language,
both spoken and written, can be a subtle but significant early sign of dementia. Imagine this: you're having a conversation with your grandfather, and he's struggling to find the right words to express himself. He might use unrelated words, creating confusing sentences.
Or he might have difficulty following along with a conversation, frequently asking you to repeat yourself.
These language problems can be frustrating for both the individual experiencing them and their loved ones. It's important to remember that dementia affects the brain's cognitive abilities, including language processing. If you notice a persistent decline in someone's ability to communicate effectively, don't brush it off as old age.
Chapter 4: Lost in Time and Place.
Our sense of time and place is fundamental to our daily lives. We rely on it to navigate our surroundings, make plans, and connect with the world around us. However, for individuals in the early stages of dementia, disorientation to time and place is a common and often frightening experience. Imagine this: your aunt, who's always been independent, suddenly gets lost on her way home from the grocery store, a route she's taken countless times before.
Or your uncle forgets what day it is, missing important appointments or events.
These episodes of disorientation can be alarming, both for the individual experiencing them and their loved ones. It's crucial to remember that disorientation is not a sign of weakness or forgetfulness. It's a symptom of a neurological condition that requires medical attention.
Chapter 5: When Judgment Takes a Detour.
We make decisions every day, big and small, relying on our judgment to guide us. But what happens when our judgment becomes impaired? This is a lesser known but equally important early sign of dementia that can have significant consequences. Imagine this: your grandmother, who was always cautious with money, suddenly falls victim to scams or makes unusual financial decisions. Or your father, who always prided himself on his appearance, starts neglecting his hygiene and dressing inappropriately. These changes in judgment can be subtle at first but can escalate quickly, putting the individual at risk. It's essential to remember that impaired judgment is not about making bad choices. It's about the brain's ability to process information, weigh risks and benefits, and make sound decisions becoming compromised. If you notice a pattern of poor judgment in a loved one, don't hesitate to seek professional help. Chapter 6: Mood Swings and Personality Changes. The hidden signs. Our moods and behaviors are influenced by a complex interplay of factors,
but sudden and dramatic changes in personality can be a red flag for dementia. Imagine this: your mother, always known for her warm and cheerful disposition, becomes withdrawn, irritable, or even suspicious. Or your grandfather, once an avid social butterfly, now isolates himself, losing interest in hobbies he once enjoyed. These changes can be heartbreaking for families to witness, as they signal a shift in the very essence of their loved one. It's important to remember that dementia affects not only memory and cognitive function but also the areas of the brain responsible for regulating emotions and behavior. Early detection makes all the difference. Dementia is a complex condition, and recognizing these early signs is crucial for timely intervention and support. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Spreading awareness about dementia is essential for creating a more informed and supportive community. Don't forget to subscribe for more informative content on health and well-being. Remember, early detection can make a big difference in the lives of individuals living with dementia and their families.